the Scottish Raiders.
No, you're so spot on. I mean, Scotland scoring 286 points so far within this tournament, and with USA scoring just a little bit less than half that, we've got 143. You that are joining us here on BBC iPlayer, and you're brand new to the sport of Kabaddi, we're going to help break down the game. Alex is an expert. He's literally already played a match today down the fort. And some of you might be watching thinking, in that last stop by Scotland, how come 13 is stood in the back? They literally are protecting him. Because he is a top raider, it is a huge compliment for that to happen. But wow, getting him out early like this, what a nice tackle. For both of those, they have to lift up one leg to show they've got all their weight on it. And another big stop. Can they reach?
Fantastic raid.
Starts once they cross the midline.
Yeah, traditionally when this game is played kind of in rural India, traditionally you have to raid within one breath and you must chant Kabaddi, Kabaddi, Kabaddi to show that you're constantly kind of exhaling. But to standardize the sport for the international and kind of professional stage, it's just a 30-second raid.
And you don't have to hold your breath, but you do have to say Kabaddi.
Exactly. And bonus, so now that this one-on-one raid should be completely easy for Scotland. But it isn't, and America have got a great grip on his ankles, but I think he's going to make it, and he does. Really, really smart play there from Scotland, thinking about the raids in the you cannot run back and escape, so the kicks have to be perfectly timed.
And a pursuit. Oh, the support just came in a little
Very, very well done by him there.
Do you feel as a raider that you have a favorite move you like to use that you kind of have as a tendency, or one of your maybe stronger elements? Nice job there by Team USA.
Another super tackle for America. 3 players on the court, so they do get 2 points for a tackle instead of 1. That does seem overconfident from the Scottish defence there. That was a very, very high tackle to make. I mean, the raider was effectively already at the midline when that tackle came in, so it would have taken something really special to complete the tackle by that point.
As number 57 is dragged off the court by the official for stepping out of bounds. It is want to make this count. And the physicality, can he reach?
Great commitment from Scotland there. You can see the raider just escaped that initial tackle, but it wasn't enough. The Scottish defence were very, very coordinated and managed to finish off the tackle anyway.
What a wonderful first half this has been. The teams are now going to switch sides of the courts. We are going to have a couple-minute break. The current score is 42-15. Welcome back to the Kabaddi World Cup 2025, the first outside of Asia. You are watching Team Scotland versus Team USA in the quarterfinals here. I'm Phoebe Schechter. Alex Ogden, player of Team England, played earlier and won today. And here we are. This has been a great match so far. A lot of physical
players left. If one of them's a raider, they still have a chance. So perhaps tactical from Scotland to actually target the raider in defence so that you know when the raider comes in against you, you know that you're going to have a good time defending against them.
Our raider being our offensive player and stoppers being the defensive player. A nice job. Our women's players as well. We've seen a multitude of sporting backgrounds. Some as few as only been playing for 4 weeks, and here they are representing their country on the largest stage. That's what makes this such a unique event. And to your point, there's so much promise in the future from Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, potentially getting all the way to the Olympics one day, because all you need is a court. And you can draw to give it, and we saw 42 Libyan give the ankle for the feast for Team Scotland. Now at this point, what are you thinking if you're Team USA? What are the words? They're saying 2 points here.
Really are happy with how this has gone. Other than, as I say, a couple of super tackles maybe earlier on at the start of the match, they were just kind of finding their feet in the fixture.
Yeah, and it's so hard when you've got that.
Was so quick at getting close into his body, and yeah, the Raiders stopped in his tracks.
That's what makes it so interesting, because in that moment, your instinct is to push off, and instead
They've decided works for them. But I think against the speed of the Scottish Raiders, well, in my non-expert opinion, I'm not.
You
not
are
so
an
sure
expert.
of that.
You play for Team England. This is what the people want to hear.
Well, I don't want to disagree with the American coaches. I'm sure they're very, very skilled. But that's something that I am a bit suspicious of, especially in these last setting for him.
And just like that, the game has concluded. The final score, 89-30. Scotland takes home the win, going into the semi-finals round. Might even be playing England. I'm glad you had some up-front scouting. Thank you all for tuning in. Our next game kicks off at 3:30 p.m.